Hey loves, as you can see in this vlog, I am going to get a press. Listen, the audio sounds crazy to me in here, so I can only imagine what it sounds like on the camera.
Not me just realizing that I had yogurt left over from that wrapper. I took the wrapper off that yogurt and I went to town looking at the wrapper. The inside of my nose is clean though, honey. Okay.
My hair is already slightly stretched, as you can see. I had a twist out and it was tangled, so what I'm doing is detangling my hair before I go. I know you're probably asking, why are you doing that before you go to the salon if you're paying for a service? Yes, I understand I'm paying for a service, but I also am considerate. My hair is tangled, and if I go there with hair that's really tangled, it's going to add time to the service. And she has everything booked out in certain blocks. So if my tangled hair adds an extra hour to the service, that's going to push her appointments back. I don't want to be inconsiderate, and for that reason, I'm going to detangle my hair. So when I get there, we don't have to do all of that. Just being considerate. So I'm going to prop you up on my shelf here in the bathroom. I'm not tall, so I may have to do a little tippy toe. But yeah. So I did this side already. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Oof, and it's so dry. One second, let me set up my phone because I'm also filming. Let me show you. I'm also filming on the phone for TikTok and YouTube. See, so the phone is here. I got the comb, yeah, the spray bottle, because we're gonna get this done, and of course, scrunchie, because that's needed. But yeah, that's the phone. What I should have done was started recording so that way everything can be said at the same time. So excuse me while I say it again. I'll probably just cut that part out. All right. Hey y'all, so I am getting ready to go get a press today. So I'm adding some water because you never want to detangle your hair while it's dry. It's going to cause a lot of breakage. And always start from the bottom, gently. If you feel any knots, take your time to work through those knots. Do not run that comb through your hair. And as you detangle and the comb is going through, you start to move your way back. If you run into knots, again, work through and repeat the process. Make sure you get everything from the roots. You don't want to just detangle the ends, but then the roots are knotted, matted, tangled. I do have some damaged hair from my last press. Somewhere in the front here, it is straight. I'll show you when I get to the front, but it's straight, and you'll see where the rest of my hair reverted back to its natural curls, but the front is limp and I just can't sand it. My last press was last May, which is May of 2024. It is now October of 2025. And I'm not going to say that she damaged my hair because I don't have definitive evidence of that. I do know in between, after getting my hair pressed, I was using a flat iron to kind of straighten the hair back out on days where it was frizzy. And it's very possible that I used too much heat and, damaged the hair. So I'm not passing any blame. It is what it is. And as women who use heat on our hair, that is part of what happens from sometimes. You will incur some heat damage. Yeah, so I do want to get rid of those strands. I don't know how she's going to go about doing it, if she's going to cut it and just let the rest grow back out, Or is she going to suggest cutting the whole head? If it's the whole head, I'm not doing that. No. I can't. Not that I can't, I don't want to. So yeah, we'll see what her suggestions are. But I just really dislike the way it looks when it's just like everything else is curled and then the hair in the front just, it's like a limp noodle. Off camera, and then I'll come back and do the front so you can see what I'm talking about with that limp hair that just never reverted back to being curly. I like it hot. You can burn my scalp. I take hot showers, really hot.
You're like my husband.
Yes, peel my skin off.
No, why are y'all that way? That water is too hot. Is this okay?
Well, we gotta let it get down to the scalp first. So far, so good.
Okay.
But I like the water hot.
Wear me out.
Lava. And I don't know what's going on with my edges, but it's thinning out, and I need them to come back. Because the last time I had that was after I had my daughter. I had really bad postpartum shedding. And
I feel like I only had hair in the middle of my head. It was horrible.
It's so interesting to see all the things that our bodies go through.
I know. And you know what bugged me out? I said to myself, nobody told me about why don't people speak about this? Because the first time I knew is when it happened to me.
I didn't know that I had it until after I had it. Like years later when I started seeing people start speaking up about it, and I started thinking back like, oh my goodness, I didn't have any edges.
That is
and
crazy.
I didn't even know that was a thing. But I just feel like now women are more vocal about the issues that we deal with.
Absolutely.
So someone recently mentioned to me, and he was saying that all these things that are now happening to women. I was like, no, it's not that these are recent occurrences. Back then, these things were happening, but we didn't have that community of feel so comfortable to share about our issues.
Right.
But now we're talking about it. These things have been happening for generations after generations. We just weren't publicly speaking about it. So now when you're hearing other women talk about it, it's like, oh my goodness, that happened to me too. And it's like you're comparing stories and you're noticing these patterns. And that's how we're able to kind of link a name or some type of diagnosis to all the symptoms that we're all having.
Right.
And I started seeing it happening more on social media, and that's when I made the connection, like, oh my goodness. I was losing my hair, and then I think my daughter's 11 now, so I will say
maybe she was about 5, give or take, when I started hearing people, around 4 or 5, but it was on social media that women were going through postpartum stress, not postpartum depression. I never heard of that prior to that.
Wow.
And then I started thinking back about like things that I was noticing with myself after I had my daughter. And I started questioning, like, was I going through it?
Wow.
And I just had no idea that that's what I was going through. I was in the house like bugging out, thinking that there were like dead people in the house.
Oh,
there were
goodness.
spirits. I would get paranoid every time it was getting dark, and I would be so scared to be at home. And I would turn all the lights on, and I would make sure that I used the bathroom and go in the room and stay there and not come out until I was so scared. But I didn't think nothing of it. And just in hindsight, thinking now, like, I wonder if that had anything to do with just hormones and everything that was happening after I had my baby.
Yeah, wow.
It's social media that I feel like started bringing
things out,
to all these things. Like, it wasn't mentioned to me at the hospital. The only thing that I recall happening at the hospital was when they made me watch the video about sleeping the SIDS.
Okay.
Sleeping infant syndrome or something like that. I forgot what the acronym is. But making sure that you don't put the baby
in the bed
and all of that. I had to watch that. That was a requirement in order to get out the hospital with the baby. And then the car seat video, like those safety videos. But in terms of like my well-being, none of that was brought up to me. And I think that's something that needs to be a conversation
Of course it is.
in the hospitals as part of the to do in order to get out, the mandated things. So then, obviously, I'd rather get rid of bad hair than to hold on to dead strands, because that serves me no purpose. That's something people also have to come to terms with.
I did a post about that.
They will hold on to frazzled hair just for the sake of it being long.
For length. And you know what? It just makes it break more. Because I don't think people understand when we say split ends eat their way up.
It's working its way up. So while I don't want it, if it comes to that, guess what? The cutting it will help it to flourish even more.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
See me on Tuesday.
Oh yes, they
Miss Sam. I think I'm gonna play the twin game on them to see, because it worked with the last set. Let's see how they. Because it's giving postpartum. It is giving. Sorry.
Wait, now you having me snort in this video.
That is always the best laugh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Jesus.
If you see what my head looked like, it is giving postpartum, because Maddie did a number on me. I lost so much hair. Oh my goodness.
No, I believe you, because it happened to me too.
It was,
my hairline was back.
Yes. These kids know they can tell by bodies.
I'm not going outside like this.
We get, and not everyone, but just the things that we women deal with. The weight gain,
Oh yeah.
the morning
Yeah.
sickness,
Yeah,
stretch
hate it.
marks,
Hate it.
hemorrhoids. I first time I heard of it, but someone I know, a friend of mine, her teeth were decaying from the pregnancy.
No.
I never heard of that before.
I had a customer, and the Lord knows if I'm lying. I had a customer when I was doing hair in Queens, while she was sitting in the chair, she was pregnant. One of her teeth
Just fell?
One of her teeth fell out while she was like, Mary, I said no. No. Her teeth were full, like all of her back teeth. She had teeth in her front chest. And I said, you need a stronger bite. Something's not right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, she ended up getting they take everything.
All of it.
She ended up going to do some teeth work after to get, I don't know, what do you call it, but they're not real. I just don't know what type of job she got done, but she got something. I just don't know which, but there's something there now. But oh my goodness. And I've never heard of tooth decaying during a pregnancy.
I heard of it.
And I was like, my gosh.
Out.
These
while she was in the chair.
Kids know how to take everything from you.
Your hair,
your hair,
your shape,
your
skin, the size of your feet,
your nose, everything. Because when I was pregnant with my daughter, I think I looked darker.
Of course, I did. I know I did.
With my son, believe it or not, I didn't get darker.
Okay.
And I wasn't like dark, because I've seen some women where they got really dark, or just their neck would get extremely dark. But there is a difference in how I looked with Maddie and then how I looked with my son.
Okay.
And then, people will say like your daughters will take your beauty from you. Listen, a baby's gonna take it, boy or girl.
Absolutely, I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that. I was just like, no, that.
Oh, if your belly is pointy, it's a
no.
Round, it's a
no.
It's a
if
baby.
you get heartburn, that means the baby got a lot of hair.
Lies, the lies.
Lies. You know how many people have heartburn and their baby was bald?
Bald headed.
Hair comes from genetics.
It sure does.
It has nothing to do with the tomato paste that you ate at 5 o'clock. It is genetics.
That's what gave you the heartburn.
That's all that is. It's what you ate. regular now.
It's still about like 10 inches too long. Still. Alrighty. So, I want you to see it in the mirror. How good that looks. Okay, I'm gonna turn it. And you can grab your mirror.
My full size mirror. Who that? Look at her. Look at her. Look at Look at her. Oh my goodness. Let me stop acting a fool.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Who that? But I feel like my hair is so regular now.
Oh no, it's not. Girl. Excuse me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Regular for, oh, you know, that's because it's regular to you.
Yeah. She
But
is.
no, it's not. I promise you that. Saying that if you know, I know it's not always easy, but if you do your best to remain consistent, you're definitely going to reap the benefits of the consistency.
Gosh. Crazy.
I know.
Because
Before your hair was
it was
like
literally
down
here.
Yes,
It was here.
Yes, it was.
That's like a good, what, 5, 6 inches?
I would say 5.5 inches. Yeah,
That's
5.5, 6
insane.
inches. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But also, it's because there is absolutely nothing we can do to stop splitting.
Right? No,
this.
no.
So it's beneficial also to
Get
every
rid
now
of
and
it.
then get dustings
Oh.
on your hair, like little. You have to consistently trim, not cut, but consistently dust and trim to get rid of the little ones that are gonna pop up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Okay.
It still beats 2.5 hours.
It sure enough does. And even if it was, you had to ride 2.5 hours.
You know, I forgot I was filming.